Behind glassy facades in financial centres lie deals which determine the flow of money. But there are serious questions about where some of it goes and what some of it funds. A new investigation shared exclusively with Sky News shows that tens of billions of pounds is financing work like this. Banks and asset managers investing, underwriting and loaning to agribusiness linked to deforestation.
They tell us they're green institutions, but they just keep doing it.
The research team analysed 70,000 deals struck with 20 of the worst offending businesses. They say many banks profited to the tune of tens of millions of pounds.
They're very good at telling us how green they are, but what we found is this gaping hole between what they say in public and what they actually do. So when you follow the money and look at their revenue streams, look at their actions, you realise that they're not as clean as they say they are.
In fact, since the Paris Climate Agreement in 2016, financial institutions in Europe, the US and China have made deals worth £120 billion with firms linked to tropical deforestation. US bank JP Morgan was the biggest lender, making deals worth over £7 billion, while in the UK, HSBC was the biggest financer, making deals worth over £5 billion. HSBC alone made estimated proceeds of nearly £30 million from these deals. That's despite a pledge 4 years ago to stop financing firms accused of deforestation. In a statement, it said HSBC has exited, is in the process of exiting, or has no banking relationship related to forestry, palm oil or cattle, with the majority of entities named in the report. It says it's ended relationships with customers that don't comply with its policies and is committed to tackling deforestation. JP Morgan declined to comment. There's nothing illegal about these deals, but many banks have pledged not to make them. However, there's a growing argument that self-regulation hasn't worked, and what's needed is a change in the law. The government's flagship environment bill is due next week, a perfect opportunity according to some. Neil Parish tabled an amendment to ban these type of financial deals, but it was rejected.
The legislation is always important because you can then go to these major banks, major companies, and actually say you have acted illegally, you must stop, and we can take direct action.
But even despite all of that, the government rejected your amendment.
But that doesn't stop us still talking to government, and I think the government has come a long way in the Environment Bill towards the direction we want.
Cutting down forests not only contributes to climate change, but is devastating to local communities. Cutting off the finance would substantially cut down the practice. Helen Ann Smith, Sky News.